I am Will Scott. Welcome into Celtics Today. We have some breaking news at this hour. Celtics center Robert Williams III is set to have surgery on his left knee again. It's the same knee that he had the torn meniscus back in March. He had surgery to repair that, but now he's having another surgery on that knee. Adrian Wojnarowski tweeted this out moments ago. Celtics center Robert Williams is undergoing a procedure on his left knee and is expected to need 4 to 6 weeks for recovery, sources tell ESPN. Williams had meniscus surgery in March and played through the playoffs. And guys, this is why you subscribe, because when Celtics news drops, we're going to get you guys a video ASAP. We're all over the Gallinari injury. We're all over the Robert Williams III situation right now. Go down, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, because it's the best way to stay in the loop with all Celtics news and rumors. Woj followed that tweet with this tweet. The procedure will keep him minimally out of Celtics training camp and the preseason, but the cleanup on his left knee is expected to have him back in the lineup early in the regular season. So it does look like he will miss the start of the season. This surgery is to clean up that knee, and then hopefully he's back early in the regular season. But he will miss the start of the regular season because he's going to need 4 to 6 weeks of recovery after the surgery. The Celtics regular season begins in about 3 weeks. Training camp begins next week. He had that surgery obviously back in March to repair a torn meniscus and did not appear 100% throughout the NBA playoffs. He still played at a high level, but you could tell he was in a lot of pain. We did see him miss a couple playoff games because of the knee. What is your one-word reaction to this news? Go down the comment section. I think a lot of us are very surprised by this news. We did not see this coming. We saw a photo yesterday on the Celtics Twitter and IG showing Williams working out. The knee was looking good. He was looking good throughout the offseason. But now, right before the start of training camp, he is set to have yet another surgery, his second surgery in the last 7 months. I'm concerned. 2 times this year, he's had surgery on the same knee. He's still a young player, but the injuries have been a concern throughout his entire career. This is his second surgery in less than 7 months. I'm worried about Robert Williams III, but at least they're cleaning it up and making sure he's healthy for the regular season. Here is what Heavy.com reported. Heavy.com actually beat Woj to the punch here in terms of getting this report. After grinding his way through the NBA postseason last year, despite dealing with a surgically repaired left knee, Celtics center Robert Williams was able to take some time off, and he hoped allow the knee to fully heal. But his training camp is set to get underway next week. Williams has gotten some bad news. According to a source, he will have arthroscopic surgery on the knee, which will keep him out for all of camp and likely into the early weeks of the season. So a little bit of a different tone here from the Heavy.com report, because Heavy.com is saying it's bad news. He's going to miss a couple weeks. Woj saying he's not going to miss that much time and that this is mainly just a cleanup. So very interesting to see the 2 reports here from Heavy.com and from Woj. Before we get into more about Williams, I want to tell you about this deal we're giving you on the Celtics Polo. It's on sale right now. Go and pick it up. Rep the C's. We got the season coming up in about 3 weeks. That season opener against the Sixers a little over 3 weeks away. Go and get that deal. Chatsports.com/Celtics Polo. That link is in the comments and the description of this video. Let's talk about this probable lineup now. So with Gallinari out, with Robert Williams out, this is probably what the Celtics starting 5 is going to look like in the season opener. Marcus Smart at the point. Jaylen Brown at the 2. Jason Tatum at the 3. Grant Williams will probably be starting at the 4, and then you slide Al Horford over from the 4 to the 5. That's probably going to be your lineup. Still a really solid starting 5. But the concern I have right now, there is no depth down low on the Celtics team. Before the Williams news, I was concerned about the depth down low for the Celtics. Now you add this into the mix, it's a problem. Here are the Celtics backup big men right now. Only 2 guys are on guaranteed deals. That's Luke Kornet and Sam Hauser. As we have discussed many of times, we'll talk about Kornet more in a second. Luke Kornet was slated to be the backup center behind Robert Williams III. Sam Hauser's there. He's expected to have a more increased role with Gallo being out. Beyondu Kabengele, who was arguably the MVP of the Celtics Summer League, he's probably going to be, if they don't sign somebody, on the Celtics' initial roster here to begin the season. Jake Layman, Noah Vonleh, Bruno Caboclo, they're on camp deals. They can't play the 5. They might all be more suited at the 4. Caboclo, more of a 5 maybe, but that is the situation right now for the Celtics. I'm very concerned about the depth at this position, which is why you need to go out and sign somebody. I've said for months now, the Celtics have got to add a backup big man behind Robert Williams. Now with him out, it is a necessity. You have to go out and sign a center. You do have another open roster spot because of this. Go out and sign a backup center. They're now down 2 big men with Gallinari's torn ACL and Williams surgery. This news comes out right before Celtics training camp is set to begin next Wednesday, September 28th. The season opener, October 18th, at TD Garden against the Philadelphia 76ers. Is this the Williams replacement? Is Luke Cornett? The producer Patrick Siemens laughing. The league is laughing. Luke Cornett might be the Williams replacement. Spent last season on a 10-day contract, multiple 10-day contracts with the Cavs and the Bucks before joining the Celtics. He signed a rest of the season contract with Boston, re-signed with the Celtics on a 2-year deal worth $4.5 million. Brad Stevens, just based on his Twitter likes, apparently really likes Luke Cornett more than I do at least, but Cornett is not proven enough to be the Williams replacement. Yes, you will slide Al Horford over to center until Williams comes back, but still, Luke Cornett does not need to be getting major minutes on this basketball team until he's more proven as a big man in this league. This is why you should go out and sign a center. I've been saying it for weeks. Hassan Whiteside needs to be the guy. Dwight Howard, LaMarcus Aldridge, DeMarcus Cousins, also available. All would be pretty solid additions to this basketball team right now. But the guy that'd be the best fit is Hassan Whiteside, a shot-blocking machine who has averaged 2.2 blocks per game in his 10-year career. What is Robert Williams? A good defender. Hassan Whiteside, a good defender. That is why you should bring in Whiteside to be the Williams replacement. Played on the vet minimum last year in Utah. Would probably be very cheap and was the backup center for the Jazz, averaging nearly 18 minutes per game. It's not like he was a starting center in Utah and you're asking him to come to Boston and be the backup. No, that's not how it is. He's adjusted to the backup center role after he was the starting center in Miami for a long time. 8.2 points per game, 7.6 rebounds per game, 1.6 blocks per game, 65.2% from the floor. This would be a really solid signing. I've been saying for weeks that Brad Stevens should pick up the phone and make this happen. Guys, do you want to sign Hassan Whiteside? Type S for sign or type P for pass down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. Tomorrow's video is going to be all about who can you bring in to replace Robert Williams. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Do not miss that video because we're going to be talking about Whiteside, Aldridge, Howard, some other guys. Thanks for watching this edition of Celtics Today. Again, go down and subscribe to the channel to stay in the loop with all the latest Robert Williams news.